Good afternoon. As Tim said, I'm Lester Haycock, his dad, and I've had to pre-record this message in lockdown as I have no internet, and I also struggle to use the TV remote, so let's give this a go. You know, no one really knows what the hell is going to happen post-lockdown to our industry. But one thing I do know, if we do nothing, nothing will happen. The reason Tim and I set up these webinars 3 weeks ago is to pull the industry together to use the industry's collective brains to work out what needs changing to the current model and what can we do to make a better industry. Some of you will be saying, well, who is this old guy raving on? Well, I believe what I've done in the past and what Tim and I are currently doing will contribute to a new tomorrow. In 1985, I was the founder of CMS, and in 1992, I created a program called Future Proof Building to educate the industry. I said that the way we'll live tomorrow will demand that we need better energy efficiency, better sound control, better space management. These are 3 of the 8 demands. If those demands aren't in the building code today, they're driven by market demand. Many of you recall this DVD that went around the industry to make a change. In lockdown, I found a copy of a book called Number 8 Rewired. It's all about Kiwi ingenuity and innovation. It's an amazing book. It says on the back of here, if necessity is the mother of invention, then Kiwi ingenuity is the father. Well worth a read. This is where our industry needs to go. Our panel of Number 8 Wire Kiwis for the last 3 years have been looking at innovation, optimization and process to build faster and reduce costs. You may find it hard to believe that what they have done by adding the new to the old, not changing the old for the new, has made a huge difference. You will be impressed. The following challenges I've shared with our panel, and we agree that now is the time to reboot the industry as the current model is unsustainable and unaffordable. They say we have a housing shortage. Nonsense. We have a shortage of affordable construction at both ends of the scale for those who need basic shelter to own or rent, or those who can't afford to pay for a house that is now 9 times the cost of the average New Zealand wage. Now, there's never been a better time to come together and challenge the following. Costly asks covering inconsistent consenting processes designed to shift liability, hijacked by health and safety, monopolies inconsistent to other countries with similar climate and seismic issues. The RMA Act in its current form is costing us time and crippling growth. Every government makes election promises and they do little, very little. The other issue I really get steamed up about is rebates, sponsorships, margins on margins, driving costs up for the end user, and specifications of products that may not be the best or the most effective or cost effective, but the ones that were paid for by the last international conference. I could give you many examples, but I won't. I'll refrain myself today. Be assured, tomorrow's clever developers and builders will dictate what's used, not the rebate system. Uncontrolled developed land costs. Why don't we have a structured land tax to stop buying and selling of land before it reaches completion, ready to build on? Sometimes sections for sale for 60% more than the original developer sold it for. 2 years ago, just in Beachlands, people slept in their cars to buy sections, which they then tried to sell 2 or 3 times during that day. None of them, or most of them, never had any intention of building a house. They just were there to make a quick buck because there was no tax on land, which pushes the cost up. We'll cover off some of these topics in later webinars and podcasts, but today it's about our panel to see what they're doing better to build costs, to build better controlling costs. It's not about panelization. It's not about factory-built houses. It's not about imported kits. So before I go, join us in these challenges. Let's address the changes that I've just touched on above. Let's think about process, innovation, optimization to build faster, more efficiently and greener. What will tomorrow's homes or workplaces look like as more Kiwis work and learn from home with less income? Our panel is driven by Grant Miller of Precision Construction, with his team of consultants, Alvin, the co-founder of Young & Richards, and Jean from Kirk Roberts, a leading engineer. These number 8 wise thinkers understand the need for a point of difference and clearly see the high performer building program Tim and I have developed as a contributor to Grant's process. Jump online and have a look at this book, have a look at what we're doing, because we need to start to damn well think differently. Grant builds for the bespoke high-end market. He also delivers truckloads of affordable housing faster and better than he's ever done before through innovation, optimization and process. I like it to baking a cake. You need the best of ingredients, the best recipe and an experienced chef, baking to the demands of tomorrow's cake buyers. All cakes have similar ingredients, various recipes, various skilled chefs, but they don't all taste the same and they won't sell for the same or as well. Have a look at what VIP Frames in Christchurch are doing as they build very clever floor cassette systems to help builders save time, save on health and safety. This is an amazing way to look at what they've done with innovation, an amazing example of Kiwis being innovative. Okay Tim, you can pass on to the panel, and we look forward to more webinars and podcasts as we really get into the nitty-gritty of making change for the better. Send your ideas in and let's do it together. Thanks for listening.